Before getting into the preparation itself, it's essential to understand why this oil combination works so exceptionally well to cover gray hair and rejuvenate it. This is not a passing trend, nor is it an old folk remedy without foundation. Its effectiveness comes from the natural chemical composition of its ingredients. Rosemary oil is globally recognized for its stimulating and regenerative properties. When applied to the scalp, it significantly increases blood circulation, allowing hair follicles to receive more oxygen and essential nutrients. A well-nourished follicle is a strong follicle, capable of producing healthier, more resilient, and more pigmented hair. Rosemary also contains bioactive compounds that strengthen the follicle at its base. A weakened follicle doesn't only produce fragile hair that breaks or falls easily, it also struggles to maintain natural pigmentation. By strengthening these follicles, the scalp creates the ideal environment for hair to grow with its original color. But the most fascinating aspect of rosemary is its ability to stimulate melanin production. Melanin is the pigment responsible for hair color, and when its production declines, gray hair appears. What makes rosemary oil truly remarkable is that, when used consistently and correctly, it can help stimulate melanin production again inside the hair follicles. This means the hair isn't being dyed from the outside, as with commercial dyes, but instead is encouraged to gradually regain its color from within. This is a gradual process that requires consistency, but the results are deeper and longer lasting. It's real regeneration, not a temporary cover-up. Rosemary is also rich in antioxidants such as rosmarinic acid and carnosol, which protect follicle cells from oxidative damage caused by aging, pollution, stress, and other environmental factors. By protecting these cells, the aging process of the hair slows down and the appearance of new gray hairs can be delayed. Coconut oil plays a fundamental role in this formula and is far more than just a supporting ingredient. Its molecular structure allows it to penetrate deeply into the hair shaft in a way that most oils cannot. Coconut oil has a natural affinity for hair proteins, enabling it to pass through the cuticle and reach the inner cortex, where true repair happens. When combined with rosemary, coconut oil acts as a carrier, delivering rosemary's active compounds deep into the scalp and hair fibers. At the same time, it provides intense hydration, seals moisture inside the strands, and prevents dryness, an especially important benefit because gray hair tends to be more porous, rough, and dull. Coconut oil also contains lauric acid, a fatty acid with natural antimicrobial properties that help protect the scalp from dandruff, irritation, and infections that can interfere with healthy hair growth. When rosemary and coconut oil are combined, they create a powerful synergy in which the final result is greater than the sum of their individual benefits. This blend gradually darkens gray hair by stimulating natural melanin production, deeply nourishes each strand from root to tip, reduces hair loss by strengthening follicles and improving circulation, boosts shine by sealing the cuticles, smooths frizz, and leaves hair visibly younger and healthier. This is why thousands of people are replacing commercial dyes with this natural treatment, especially those who want to avoid harsh chemicals like ammonia and peroxide, or who suffer from scalp sensitivity. Instead of simply masking gray hair, this approach addresses the root cause by strengthening follicles and supporting pigmentation at the cellular level, improving overall hair health while restoring color naturally. Before we continue, it's important to mention that this content is purely informative and educational. The information shared here is meant to help you understand natural hair care methods. But it's always wise to consult with a healthcare professional or dermatologist if you have specific concerns about your hair or scalp health. Now that you understand why this oil combination works so effectively, it's time to learn how to prepare it correctly. The first method is the traditional hot infusion, one of the oldest and most powerful ways to extract rosemary's properties and transform them into a highly concentrated oil. When done properly, this method produces an oil that helps darken gray hair, strengthens the hair fiber, and visibly improves overall hair health. The process begins with choosing the right container. You'll need a completely clean glass jar, and it must be completely dry. Any trace of moisture can create the perfect environment for bacteria or mold, which would ruin the oil. To be safe, you can sterilize the jar by boiling it in water for about 10 minutes, and then letting it air dry completely, or by drying it carefully with a clean lint-free towel. A jar of around 250 milliliters is ideal for your first batch, as it allows you to test the method without wasting ingredients. Next comes the rosemary itself, and this is where many people make a mistake. Freshness matters. Fresh rosemary sprigs that are vibrant, green, and recently cut contain a much higher concentration of essential oils and active compounds. If you can grow rosemary at home, even in a small pot, that's ideal. If not, look for fresh rosemary in supermarkets or specialty stores. You'll need enough sprigs to fill about 1/3 of the jar. There's no need to chop or crush them. Simply place the sprigs inside, pressing them gently so they fit well without damaging the leaves too much. The goal is to increase surface contact while keeping the plant as intact as possible. Once the rosemary is in place, it's time to add the oil. For this traditional method, extra virgin olive oil is used because it's excellent at extracting antioxidants and essential oils from rosemary. Slowly pour the olive oil into the jar until the rosemary is completely submerged. This step is critical. Any rosemary left exposed to air can oxidize and spoil the oil. If some leaves float, gently push them down with a clean spoon. Olive oil also brings its own benefits, as it's rich in vitamin E and nourishing fatty acids that help soften and protect the hair. With the jar prepared, the next step is gentle heating using a double boiler method. Place the jar in a pot filled with water so that the water reaches about halfway up the jar, making sure no water can enter the jar itself. The heat must be kept low. High temperatures can destroy rosemary's delicate compounds, defeating the purpose of the infusion. The ideal temperature range is warm but not hot enough to burn, roughly between 40 and 60 degrees Celsius. The jar should remain in this warm water for about 20 to 40 minutes. 30 minutes is a perfect balance for most people. During this time, gently move the jar every few minutes using slow, circular motions. There's no need to shake it aggressively. As the rosemary heats, its pores open and release essential oils into the olive oil. You'll notice the oil gradually changing color from light yellow to a deeper golden green, which is a clear sign that the extraction is working. After heating, carefully remove the jar and let it cool to room temperature. Once cooled, store it in a dark, dry, and cool place. Light can degrade active compounds, so a closed cabinet or pantry is ideal. Avoid areas near heat, humidity, or direct sunlight. The minimum infusion time is 48 hours, but leaving it for a full week will result in a much stronger oil. During this resting period, gently swirl the jar every couple of days to keep the rosemary in contact with the oil. Some people even leave it infusing for up to 4 weeks to achieve maximum potency. When the infusion time is complete, strain the oil using a fine mesh strainer, cloth, gauze, or even a coffee filter. Pour the oil slowly and allow it to drip naturally. Afterward, gently squeeze the rosemary to extract any remaining oil trapped in the leaves. The final oil should have a rich golden green color and a strong rosemary aroma. Transfer it to a dark glass bottle, label it with the date, and store it in a cool, dark place. When stored properly, this oil can last up to 1 year. For those who prefer faster results or don't want to wait days or weeks, there's a second method that is just as effective: the blender extraction. This modern approach allows you to prepare rosemary oil in just a few minutes. Instead of relying on time and heat, it uses mechanical force to break the rosemary cells and instantly release their active compounds into the oil. Start by gathering 1 tightly packed cup of fresh rosemary. Fresh rosemary is essential for this method because blending relies on the plant's natural moisture and intact cell structure. If you rinse the rosemary, make sure it is completely dry before using it. Place the rosemary into the blender and add coconut oil until the rosemary is fully covered. About 1 cup of coconut oil is usually enough, but you can adjust the amount depending on the consistency you prefer. If the coconut oil is solid, you can blend it as is or gently melt it beforehand to make blending easier. Secure the blender lid and begin blending at medium speed for about 20 seconds to break down the larger pieces. Then increase to high speed and blend continuously for 2 to 3 minutes. As the rosemary breaks down, you'll see the oil turn a deep green color, which indicates that the essential oils and antioxidants have been fully released. If your blender is less powerful, you may need to blend slightly longer, pausing briefly if necessary to avoid overheating the motor. Once blending is complete, strain the mixture through a fine strainer, cloth or cheesecloth. Press the pulp firmly to extract every possible drop of oil. The final product will be a vibrant green oil with a fresh, strong rosemary aroma. Transfer the oil to a clean glass jar, preferably made of dark glass, and store it in a cool, dark place. Because this method uses fresh rosemary and does not rely on prolonged infusion, the oil is best used within 3 to 4 months to ensure maximum potency. Now that you know how to prepare rosemary oil using both methods, it's important to understand the full range of benefits this oil provides. This is not just a natural alternative for coloring hair. It's a complete treatment that improves hair health on multiple levels. One of the main reasons people turn to rosemary oil is its ability to naturally darken gray hair and slow the appearance of new grays. Gray hair develops when melanocytes, the cells responsible for producing melanin inside hair follicles, reduce their activity or stop functioning altogether. Rosemary oil is rich in antioxidants that help protect these cells from oxidative stress, one of the primary causes of premature graying. By reducing this damage and stimulating circulation, rosemary creates a healthier environment for melanocytes to function more efficiently. When used consistently, rosemary oil can help reactivate melanocytes that are still present but underperforming. This means gray hairs don't suddenly turn dark overnight, but instead change gradually over time. Many people notice that their gray hairs first shift to a softer gray or light brown tone before blending more naturally with their original hair color. This process usually takes 4 to 8 weeks of consistent use. Unlike chemical dyes that only coat the hair, this method works from the inside out, producing deeper and longer-lasting results. In addition to improving existing gray hair, regular use can also slow the appearance of new grays by maintaining healthier follicles and reducing cellular damage. Another powerful benefit of rosemary oil is its ability to stimulate hair growth. Research has shown that rosemary oil can significantly improve blood circulation in the scalp, which is essential for healthy hair growth. When circulation increases, hair follicles receive more oxygen and nutrients, allowing them to produce hair more efficiently. Poor circulation can cause follicles to weaken or become inactive, leading to thinning hair or slow growth. By improving blood flow, rosemary oil helps reactivate these follicles, encouraging stronger and faster growing hair. Many consistent users report noticeable growth within a few months, including the appearance of new baby hairs in thinning areas and an overall increase in hair density. Rosemary oil also plays a key role in reducing hair shedding and strengthening follicles. Hair loss can be caused by stress, hormonal changes, nutritional deficiencies, environmental damage, or long-term use of harsh products. In many cases, the underlying issue is weakened follicles that can no longer hold the hair securely. Rosemary oil helps strengthen these follicles by improving circulation, reducing inflammation, and protecting follicle cells from oxidative damage. When combined with coconut oil, which provides deep fatty acid nourishment, the follicles become stronger and more resilient. With regular use, many people notice less hair falling out during washing or brushing within a few weeks, followed by thicker and stronger regrowth over time. Scalp health is another area where rosemary oil truly stands out. Conditions such as dandruff, itching, and irritation often indicate an imbalance in the scalp's natural environment. Rosemary oil has natural antimicrobial and antifungal properties that help control dandruff-causing organisms while calming inflammation. Coconut oil complements this effect by deeply hydrating the scalp and preventing dryness. Together they help restore balance, soothe irritation, and promote a healthier scalp, which is essential for long-term hair health. With consistent use, many people experience significant improvement in scalp comfort and a visible reduction in flaking. Beyond scalp health, rosemary oil also improves the strength and quality of individual hair strands. Over time, exposure to heat, sun, pollution, and chemical treatments damages the hair's protein structure, making it weak, brittle, and prone to breakage. Rosemary's active compounds help reinforce the hair's internal structure, while coconut oil penetrates deeply into the hair shaft, filling in gaps where proteins have been lost. The result is hair that feels stronger, more flexible, and less prone to split ends and breakage. Hair also becomes smoother and more manageable, with increased shine and reduced frizz. These combined benefits explain why rosemary oil is often described as a complete hair rejuvenation treatment rather than just a remedy for gray hair. It works on the scalp, follicles, and hair strands simultaneously, improving overall hair health while addressing specific concerns such as graying, thinning, and dullness. When used correctly and consistently, this oil can transform not only the appearance of your hair but also how it feels and behaves on a daily basis. Having a powerful oil is only part of the process. How you apply it plays an equally important role in the results you'll see. The correct technique can make the difference between subtle improvements and a truly visible transformation. One of the most effective ways to use rosemary oil is as an intensive overnight treatment, especially if your main goal is to darken gray hair and deeply restore hair health. This method allows the oil to work for several uninterrupted hours, penetrating the scalp and hair fibers at a much deeper level. Start with dry or slightly damp hair. There's no need to wash it beforehand, as the oil actually absorbs better when the scalp's natural oils are still present. If your hair has heavy product buildup or feels very dirty, you can lightly rinse it with warm water and gently towel dry it until it is damp but not wet. Pour a generous amount of oil into a small bowl, usually 2 to 3 tablespoons for medium length hair, adjusting the quantity as needed for longer or thicker hair. Section your hair so you can apply the oil evenly across the scalp. Using your fingertips, apply the oil directly to the scalp with gentle but firm circular motions, making sure every area is covered. After applying the oil, take time to massage the scalp thoroughly for 5 to 10 minutes. This step is crucial because it boosts blood circulation, improves absorption of the oil's active compounds, and stimulates the nerves connected to hair growth. To use a combination of massage movements, including small circular motions, light pressure with the fingertips, and gentle strokes from the forehead toward the nape of the neck. Once the scalp has been fully massaged, apply more oil along the length of the hair, from roots to ends, ensuring the strands are well coated. Pay extra attention to areas with more visible gray hair. Use a wide tooth comb to distribute the oil evenly and prevent tangling. Tie your hair loosely in a bun or braid and cover it with a shower cap or plastic wrap. This creates a warm, enclosed environment that enhances absorption. If you want to increase the effect even further, you can wrap an old towel around your head to retain heat and protect your pillow. Leave the oil on overnight. During these hours of rest, the oil works deeply, nourishing the scalp, repairing the hair structure, and gradually stimulating natural pigmentation. In the morning, washing the oil out correctly is essential. Before wetting your hair, apply shampoo directly onto the oil-covered hair and massage it in. This helps emulsify the oil. After 1 or 2 minutes, slowly add water while continuing to massage until the shampoo begins to foam. Rinse thoroughly with warm water. In most cases, a second shampoo application is necessary to remove all residue. You may finish with conditioner if desired, although many people find their hair is already soft and manageable after this treatment. For visible gray darkening, this overnight method should be done 3 times per week for the first 4 to 6 weeks. Once results begin to appear, you can reduce the frequency to 2 times per week for maintenance. For days when an overnight treatment isn't practical, a pre-shampoo application is an excellent alternative. Apply the oil generously to the scalp and hair using the same massage technique described earlier, then cover your head with a thermal cap or a warm towel. You can heat a towel in the microwave for about 30 seconds or soak it in hot water and wring it out. Leave the oil on for 60 to 90 minutes, then wash it out using the same shampoo method. This approach still delivers excellent results and can be done 3 to 4 times per week. Rosemary oil can also be used daily in very small amounts as a leave-in serum to support hair growth, prevent new gray hairs, and maintain shine. In the morning, rub just a few drops between your palms to warm the oil, then lightly smooth it over the hair, focusing on the ends and areas prone to frizz. You can also massage a small amount into the scalp. This method does not require washing and helps protect the hair from environmental stress throughout the day. Another effective way to use rosemary oil is by adding it to homemade hair masks. Mixing a couple of tablespoons of rosemary oil with ingredients such as avocado, egg, yogurt, or aloe vera can greatly enhance the nourishing and restorative effects of the mask. Apply the mixture to the hair, focusing on damaged or gray-prone areas. Leave it on for 30 to 45 minutes under a cap, then wash it out thoroughly. These combination treatments strengthen the hair, improve texture, and support natural pigmentation over time. When used regularly, they complement the oil treatments and help accelerate visible results. You've now reached the end of this complete guide, and at this point, you have everything you need to begin transforming your hair in a natural, effective, and long-lasting way. This rosemary oil treatment is not just another home remedy circulating on the internet. It is a powerful method supported by centuries of traditional use and reinforced by modern understanding of hair and scalp health. When used consistently, it can change not only how your hair looks but also how it feels and how it ages over time. Imagine waking up looking in the mirror and seeing hair that appears darker, fuller, stronger, and more vibrant. Imagine running your fingers through it and feeling a level of softness and vitality you thought were gone for good. Imagine the confidence that comes when others begin to notice and comment on how healthy and youthful your hair looks. This transformation does not require expensive salon visits, harsh chemical dyes, or treatments that damage your hair in the long term. It begins with simple, natural ingredients and a commitment to consistent self-care. The real secret is not preparing the oil once or using it occasionally. The true power of this method lies in consistency. Each application supports your scalp, strengthens your follicles, and encourages your hair to regenerate from within. Over time, these small, regular actions compound into visible, lasting results. Every time you apply the oil, you are investing in your appearance, your confidence, and your overall well-being. Don't wait until gray hairs spread further, hair becomes thinner, or damage becomes harder to reverse. Don't postpone your well-being thinking you'll start later or when you have more time. The best moment to begin is now today. Choose the preparation method that best fits your lifestyle. If you enjoy a slower, more traditional process, the hot infusion with olive oil is ideal. If you prefer something fast and practical, the blender method with coconut oil allows you to start immediately. Both are highly effective. The difference lies only in preparation time, not in results. If you found this guide helpful and want to continue learning about natural ways to improve your health and well-being, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future content. Share this video with someone who could benefit from this information. Sometimes the best gift we can give is knowledge that truly makes a difference. Prepare your oil, apply it using the techniques you've learned, and stay consistent. Give your hair the time it needs to respond and regenerate, and you will begin to see changes that may feel almost unbelievable. No matter your age, genetics, or current hair condition, your hair still has the potential to improve. With the right ingredients, the right technique, and patience, transformation becomes inevitable. Your hair can look stronger, healthier, and more radiant than it does today. That journey begins with a single decision and a simple action. Start now. Stay consistent. Allow this natural process to work. Your younger, healthier-looking hair is waiting.